Hi YouTube, it's Lena, and I'm here today with my makeup basket. So I'm going to go over everything I had last month, and then I'm going to show you, I'm pointing to a basket of stuff over here, everything I'm putting in this month. I'm learning along the way, and I think, at least with the exception of maybe lipsticks, I grabbed a little bit less stuff this month because there's actually one thing in here I still need to use. Alright, but first off, I did use this foundation. I used it a lot actually. This is the number 7 Beautifully Matte Foundation. I will be filming a review probably tomorrow night, so that should be coming relatively soon. Next is something I'm actually decluttering. I don't know where the other thing I'm decluttering is. It's somewhere in that bag. This is the Sephora Smoothing and Brightening Concealer. This is what I was hoping would be similar to the, what's it called? The YSL Touche Éclat Concealer. And it's too creamy or something because it creases like immediately on me. Yes, just about all concealers crease on me because I have really oily skin. I've tried all the tricks in the world, and I can make them be okay. Like I have a lot of them where they'll crease once, and then I clean that up, and then they're fine for the rest of the day. So that doesn't bother me. This thing continuously recreases, so I will probably be passing this on to my sister because it is a brush tip. So I don't think anybody but maybe her would be okay with that. Let's see. I'm kind of pulling at random in here because I just left stuff in the bag this time. I have my Wet n Wild Rainbow Highlighter, which I'm not going to swatch it because it hard pans immediately on being touched with skin. But it is pretty when I use like the top half. And for certain looks, the blue and purple will work. But if you try to get that full rainbow effect, it just, honestly, on me it looks sickly. So I will keep it for now, and I will use it on occasion because, like I said, I do really like this top half. It creates kind of a sunset-y golden effect that is actually really cute, but I don't necessarily recommend this. Also because, like I said, it hard panned immediately. That's why mine looks so crazy. See, this I'm literally going to be using tomorrow because I did not wear makeup quite as much this month as I should have, and I didn't get to use this. This is the Benefit Big Beautiful Eyes Eye Contour Kit. This is actually just dropped all the little eyeshadow brushes on the floor. This is the Boing Concealer, but it's in medium and it is dry as a bone. So I actually want to depot this because this packaging is rather bulky for 3 little eyeshadows. So I will be using that tomorrow, literally tomorrow. I have my Jean-Michel Basquiat palette. I believe that's how you pronounce it. This one is the colorful one whose name I cannot quite remember off the top of my head. I actually do really like this, but it's hard for me to beat a colorful palette I don't like. This purple is not great, but it is usable if you're okay with it being kind of more of just a dark color than a pure purple. But everything else is really nice and pigmented, so this was really nice. I don't think it's around anymore. I think it might have sold out. I'm actually thinking about hanging it up on my wall, not because it's like a display art piece, but because I'm a little low on space for storage. Honestly, I need to declutter a little bit, but you can actually like hang this on your wall because it's like art, which Jean-Michel Basquiat is a pretty famous artist. So yeah. This is the Annabelle Biggie Bronzer. I did really like this. I have to kind of stick to the lighter shades. Like I can't use that big swirl of brown in the middle because I'm really fair. But when I stick to those, it's really pretty. Very happy with that. This is also getting decluttered, and there's an eyeliner in there as well that's getting decluttered. This is helping me kind of go through some more recent purchases and just some stuff that I've had for a while and seeing if they're any good or how much I like them. This is the Katy Kat Pearl Shadow and Highlighter from CoverGirl. This is, I don't know if this actually has a color. Tiger's Eye, maybe? That actually makes sense. But for only having this for like 2 months, this is dry as a bone. Like, I don't know if it's just the formula that's really dry. Like, it's gone a little bit creamy now. That's because I've been messing with it all evening. But even so, I just don't want to fool with this. So, yeah. And I heard somebody else say that theirs was already starting to dry out. And like I said, I've only had this for 2 months. That's way too short a time to be drying out. So that is probably just going to get tossed. Where's that eyeliner? Here it is. This is the other thing that I'm just tossing. It is a Sephora Nano eyeliner in Iced Brown. You see that kind of pretty taupey color? I cannot get this to show up on my eye. Like, every time I try to use it like on the lower lash line, I get nothing. So maybe it's because I'm not willing to press down hard enough to get actual color. If you're curious about what I'm wearing right now, it is the Tartist Lip Paint by Tarte. Unfortunately, I don't know the color. There it is right there. It is really pretty. My lips are kind of dried out right now. Not from this though. My lips are just kind of jacked up anyway, but I'm happily keeping that. It is really pretty. And this is the primary eyeshadow I'm wearing today. It is a MAC Duo, like a Baked Duo in Hot Contrast. I think this was limited edition. But this top right here, when you swirl it all together, you get that kind of icy purple color. That is admittedly really pretty. I did use the black in my outer V, but I don't think you need a swatch of the black. Here is what I believe is the only blush in here this month. Yeah, because the other thing's actually an Ipsy product that I just tossed in there so that I could put it away. It is the NYX Ombre Blush in Codebreaker. Oh, this is kind of hard to work with. I like it, but this is one of those that you can like only tap in if you are fair and work with it like that. So, very pretty, happy to have it. We'll probably never go through it because it's super pigmented. And last eyeshadow right here, this is the Mironess Pearl Crushed Creaseless Shadows. These are really nice. Just a nice little neutral quad right here. Not quad, trio. That is, they swatch beautifully and they make a really pretty, simple eye. I was actually wearing those in my Essence Mascara first impression, if you want to see what they look like. And I'm not wearing eyeliner in that video, because I am testing, you know, that. I think the rest of these are all lip products. Nope, I got 2 eyebrow products because I had stuff from Influencer last month. So I think I mentioned these, like what I thought of these. This is the Brow Precise Micro Pencil by Maybelline in, I believe, soft brown, but I don't see it on here. I really like this pencil. It's nice and precise. It's a good color match for me. No complaints about it. This Brow Drama Shaping Chalk thing, I don't know what's rattling in there, by the way, because it's in this part. But if I use this with a brush, it's fine. If I try to use, see, you can even see it right there. If I try to use this little paddle, powder gets everywhere. So I will use that up because it is usable, and when I use a brush with it, it looks really good, but I would not recommend anybody getting that. Lip colors. There's actually an extra one in here because I was sent another one to test by 0.8 liters. Yep. I have this Clinique Pop lipstick in Cherry Pop. This was actually really nice. I'm actually getting another one from a swap. I have my Liquid Cat Suit from Wet n Wild in the shade Rebel Rose. Really nice. I have this Yada Auto Lip Crayon in Tangerine Orange. It is a really nice formula, guys. It smells like citrus, and it's really creamy and moisturizing. And it is really bright and like one swipe, which you don't always get from lip crayons. The other thing I have that I did not talk about last time, but I'm putting it away, so I'm going to mention it real quick. It is the Misha Slip Touch Lips in All That Jazz. And while I hate this type of packaging, I really appreciate that it says on the packaging, only 1 millimeter at a time. Once taken out, the content does not go back inside. So it's one of those you can twist up, but not twist down. And it's really stinking pretty. And it's also really slippery and creamy, but doesn't like run outside the lip line. So the name fits. Okay. So that was everything from last month. I'm going to clean my swatches and we will go over everything from this month, which is, from what I apparently picked the other day, is really blush heavy. But we're gonna work with it. So I was really wanting to not really work on, but get out some of my older blushes because I was feeling very summery. First, I have this is the next foundation I want to test and film. It is the Benefit Hello Flawless Oxygen Wow Brightening Makeup. My friend Melissa sent this to me because it did not work out for her. I hope this color matches me because it is the lightest color they have in ivory, but it is hella yellow. Like, I'm pretty yellow, but that is yellow. So we shall see. We shall see and hope that works. Actually, I have a primer in here that Melissa also sent to me. It is the Laura Geller Spackle Tinted Under Makeup Primer in Bronze. I figured if I'm going to wear something bronzy, this is the time of year for it. It's more shimmer than bronze when you actually swatch it out. There is a little bit of color to it, but I'm thinking it's more just going to be a glowy thing, so we're going to see how that works. And if it works out all right, I'm actually probably going to pop this into my Project Use It Up for either August or September. It is very liquidy though. Let's see. Since I mentioned the blushes, let's grab them real quick. Two of these are sold as blushes, but they're not blush colors for me, so one's gonna be a highlight one. We're just gonna see what I can do with it. This is my Too Faced Papadon Peach. I've bought this in the past, and this is just, the right time of year for this blush. I love this blush. I love the peach smell. Not everybody does, and it is a very sweet candy peach. It's not like a normal peach, but that's perfect for summer. It's a very highlighting blush. And I also pulled out my Benefit Majorette. This is a cream blush, and yes, it is orange, but once you blend it out, it is really pretty and also perfect for summer. It is getting a tad dry. It's not quite as creamy as it used to be, but it's still perfectly functional. I think next year I might try to pan that because there's not a ton of product to it. And the two things that I'm gonna have to kind of experiment with are two things I bought from a block sale. I really, really loved this formula of blushes from Maybelline, but they discontinued almost all of their blushes and reformulated their Fit Me ones. These were one of them. These are the Master Highlight blushes. This one actually says bronzer, my bad. But this one, in the shade Natural, is definitely a highlight. Just highlight, not highlight and blush. There it is right there. So, with a slightly lighter hand, I can totally wear that as a highlight, and that's what I'm gonna do. This is the one in the deep bronze shade that I'm gonna have to experiment with and see what I can do. So that's it in the pan. This is orange. And not like a cute blush orange either, like a bad bronzer shade orange. See, it has these deep pinks in it, these deep purpley pinks that I thought were going to show up more. I don't know how well you can see them in the swirled pan, but they really don't. So that one, that might be a declutter next month. We'll just see how well it works. Only two little eyeshadow things this month. One, because I still need to wear the Benefit one, and two, I just want to concentrate on my palette roulette stuff a little bit more this month. But I did pull out an old Wet n Wild trio on Cloud 9. They discontinued all the colorful ones, which makes me sad, because these really are beautiful, inexpensive shadows that are really easy to work with. I really just need to throw those brushes away. And the other thing I have is the Milani Everyday Eyes in Vital Brights. So everybody else bought the neutral ones, of course I bought the bright ones. swatch a few of these shades right here. Like the only shade in here that's matte is this white and this blue. Everything else is shimmery. That is what it looks like. I am really thinking that kind of peachy pink is going to be really pretty for summer. So I'm trying to get in as many of my summer colors as I can, honestly. I'm trying to get in the rest of my most of my more summery things that are newer to me. This is a gloss by Smith & Colt. I bought a limited edition Birchbox recently. This is Fade the Sun. That's going to be really pretty. I don't know why I keep trying to fool with ColourPop. Let me swatch all of these, actually. That's actually going to be really pretty on top of a lipstick that I'll show you in a minute. Two of these little ColourPop Ultra Glossy lips. I have no idea what the colors are. Let me see, does it say? Tokyo Tea is this orangey one right here. And this is super pigmented, I will give it that. And I also have this nude one in Piranha, I think its name is. I don't know, this silver packaging on a light gloss is really hard to see. I know they won't be quite that pigmented on the lips, but I'm quite impressed with that orange one. Here's the orange lipstick that I think will go well with that kind of peachier gloss. What is this? This is a Moisture Touch lipstick. I unfortunately do not know the brand. It looks like a Korean brand because all the bottom is in Korean. And that is it right there. And like I said, with that kind of peachier gloss on top, I think they will complement each other very well. Let's see, I have this CoverGirl gloss that I bought recently. Love the shade. I actually really like these glosses. Like, they're not their flamed outs or anything like that. They're just their kind of basic glosses. Unfortunately, do not know the shade. CoverGirl's really bad about not putting their shades on anything of this. Like, not even a number, I have no idea. And finally, I have my Neutrogena Moisture Stick in the shade Brightest Berry. And I nicked it earlier, which makes me really mad because I was taking off some packaging. But that'll be good for an easy day. So that's it. Thank you guys for tuning in. As always, I do really appreciate it. And hopefully I will see you later. Bye.